The crazy shit I did for happiness. I've been depressed for most of my adult life. Happiness was fleeting at best, like something I had to relentlessly pursue, and I tried everything. Medication, therapy, psychiatrist, nutritionist. Someone must have the answer to my misery mystery. But despite numerous attempts, none of it seemed to work. The most frustrating part was that it seemed unnecessary. I had no reason to be unhappy. I didn't experience any trauma or come from a broken, dysfunctional home. I had a great childhood. Fast forward into adulthood, and my depression makes even less sense when you consider that I have all the typical markers of success. I'm well educated with multiple degrees from prestigious academic institutions and Ivy League universities. My career has been a series of consistent and accelerated promotions. I'm married to a wonderful man who loves me unconditionally. We have a mushy dog, nice cars, and a sprawling apartment. We are more than comfortable financially and have traveled all over the world. Seriously, what am I unhappy about? I had absolutely no idea. I had everything I ever wanted, yet there was that nagging feeling that things were incomplete. I was never satisfied, but I didn't know what to do about it. Do I just give up and settle for a seemingly perfect life laced with an incessant sense of dissatisfaction, or do I do something about it? I chose to do something about it, and in a concerted effort to be happy, I hired a life coach, which is the first item on the list of the crazy shit I did for happiness. 1. Hire Deanna. Working with Deanna changed my life profoundly, but I had to fight to make that happen. I can't even begin to tell you how much crap my husband gave me, but highlights include: what the hell is a life coach? Are you becoming one of those new age vegan hippies? Why the hell are you spending so much money? But I learned 2 things. Investing in my happiness is the best money I've ever spent. And people can't argue with you if you don't argue back. Everything else on this crazy list of mine was a homework assignment from Deanna. What's even crazier is that it worked. 2. Meditate. If you had told me a year ago that I would meditate regularly, I would have laughed in your face. But when Deanna talked about the benefits, I figured, sure, why not? I'm a scientist. It will be an experiment. After 1 week, all I can say is, Om. 3. Eliminate the word should from my vocabulary. I should be doing something productive with my time. I shouldn't eat those cupcakes. I should go to the gym. I shouldn't be so hard on myself. All these rules on what should and should not be. No wonder there's no joy in my life. I'm so uptight, so judgmental. I got so tired of writing down all the judgments that I decided to stop thinking the thoughts in the first place. 4. Do what I want to simply because I want to, aka listen to my heart. This was a concept I was grossly unfamiliar with as a result of my brain drowning out the sound of my heart. I rationalized everything. If it didn't make sense to do something, I wouldn't do it. If it made sense, I would. Very rarely did I ever consider whether or not I even wanted to do it in the first place. Deanna suggested I consider simply doing what I wanted. My big fat brain wouldn't stop yammering, and as a result, a very important part of me was being ignored consistently. How happy would you be if you were being ignored consistently? 5. Have fun. I don't think most people need to be given permission or explicitly told to have fun. However, I do. Probably has something to do with my work ethic and the misconception that I must suffer before I can enjoy anything. Kind of like eating my vegetables before I can have dessert. I don't have to make myself miserable before I can experience fun. I had a session with Deanna right before I left for vacation in Italy, and she suggested the following: dance in the fountains, indulge in an enormous bowl of fresh pasta, embrace my inner feminine goddess. I felt stupid taking my shoes off and splashing around in a fountain in Milan. The only other people doing this were under the age of 10. I felt guilty eating the pasta, so many carbs. I felt awkward unleashing my inner feminine goddess. She usually only comes out after a few glasses of wine, but my husband was very happy to see her. But it was my homework, so I did it even though I felt really weird about it. Many of Deanna's assignments made me uncomfortable at first, but with some compassion and a reminder to my often overly critical self that this was all new to me, it got easier. It all got easier. Life got easier. It was like someone turned on the lights and I could see that everything was right there in front of me. And it had been right there all along. I could just be happy, independent of all the success indicators. The happiness wasn't in a pill, a therapy session, a promotion, or in the Nordstrom bags. It was in me. It took me months to come to this realization, and it is certainly a game changer. But for as much as life coaching has changed me, I'm fundamentally still the same person. I still have bad days. I get upset. My fancy car breaks down, my dog poops on the floor, I argue with my husband. But now I have a better set of tools to deal with what life throws at me. I know that I am more than my accomplishments, and happiness is not something I have to chase after. It's something I can be every day if I choose.